Friends, hello and welcome back. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely day. It would be a lovely day, I think, if you woke up this morning and you've seen that Cale Makar is now a part of your favorite NHL or NHL franchise. Today, that is exactly what has happened. We have put Cale Makar on every single team in the NHL, and how this turns out is going to be very interesting because I think what's going to happen here is we're going to see Cale Makar take some of these teams that are really good offensively, but they struggle defensively, and I think you turn them into some legitimate Stanley Cup contenders. We're going to see Makar play with Chikrin over there on Arizona. Makar going to play over there the first line, Lindholm. McAvoy on his second unit. That'll be an interesting one over there. Boston's a team already really good defensively. That's how they play their hockey. So when you add a guy like Makar, you wonder how much will that elevate their team. It's hard to say that because Makar's a 94 overall. Makar is one of the best defensemen in the league. He will run circles on players in the offensive zone. So it's hard to say how much of an impact he'll have and act like it's not going to be a lot. But I think it makes a bigger difference on a team whose defense is struggling, who doesn't have any production from their defensive players, compared to a team with a good defense. We'll see, though. We will see. Buffalo is going to be a fun one. Dahlin and Makar in the first unit. That's a little scary. Slavin and Makar in Carolina. Uyghur and Makar in Calgary. Calgary now with Uyghur and Makar. A pretty solid looking defense. Hannafin, Anderson. The Blackhawks, a team that's been trying to figure out their defensive problems. If you have Makar and Seth Jones, you have to think, oh, maybe there's some problems being solved. Colorado gains absolutely nothing. They already have Cale Makar, so we'll see how good they do without Cale Makar, or with every other team having a Cale Makar as well. Edmonton's going to be a fun one. Makar, Nurse, Murray, Tyson Barrie, a team that is just disgusting. There's no other way to put it. Absolutely disgusting on the offensive side of the ice here. How are they going to play with Cale Makar? How do you slow down a power play you already couldn't slow down if you got a guy like Makar at the point? Good luck. That's all I can say. Florida's going to have Ekblad, and they're going to have Makar as well. Montreal, another team going to gain a defenseman, best defenseman on their team by a landslide. Will that elevate a team like Montreal in this one? The Devils, another team going to gain a good defenseman. Already have Dougie Hamilton. Their defense is really starting to come together here at this point. The Islanders, the Rangers are already a loaded team. They're going to gain Makar. Oh, geez, just what they need. Ottawa. Going to have Shabbat and Cale Makar there on defense. The Flyers, another team. If Provorov bounces back, now you have Makar. Wow, good luck. Good luck getting some pucks on net against that defense. Pittsburgh, going to have Crosby, Malkin, and now Cale Makar. Big upgrade there. Still Crystal Thing. How will a team like the Kraken do? Clearly a rebuilding team. They're going to gain Cale Makar. Is he going to be good enough to elevate this team to the promised land? I think you go to a team like Tampa and think, wow, they're already loaded, and now they're even more loaded. Good luck. Toronto, a team that's been so much talked about how much money they put into forwards on this team. If they just could build up that defense, is that the answer to this team winning a Stanley Cup? We shall see. Washington's going to have Makar and Carlson. Again, another disgusting D pair. Nonetheless, we chose the Blue Jackets. I think the Blue Jackets are a fun team. First of all, they're my favorite team, so a little bit biased, so we chose them. But I thought it'd be a fun team because this is a team that, on paper, their offense is nasty. They brought in some players that they can just learn to gel and play well together. This offense is amazing. They can put up some points. Some Gaudreau, Laine, Voracek. I mean, there's some heavy hitters. Young studs. They need some defense, though. Merzlikins struggling mightily this year. Blue Jackets defense struggling as well. Can you bring in a guy like Cale Makar and turn this franchise into a Stanley Cup contender? Right now, 5-3, a winning record. Speaking of Colorado and Cale Makar, we're going to get them back-to-back over there in Finland? Sweden. Where did they play? Why? That just happened. I can't even think of what it was. I can't believe it's mid-November. November 13th. It has been a really fast fall. I don't know how you guys have enjoyed your fall, so it just feels like it's going by so quickly. And it needs to slow down because I love Christmas season. It is Christmas season, by the way. Just throwing that out there. What is this, the 13th? I think this is the second, or if I'm being honest, maybe the third weekend. I think it's a second. I think it's the second weekend partaking in Christmas movies. It's never too early, all right? There's just so many. How you gonna, I mean, yeah, the Blue Jackets are on, but they're trying to get Connor Bedard. So I want to support them and hoping they lose by not watching. Oh, man, could you imagine Blue Jackets? That's the thing right now. The injuries are killing this team. They could get things straightened out. That's what I was thinking. Like, what if the Blue Jackets got Bedard It's obviously not going to happen because they're not a big market team, and we know the NHL ain't going to let that happen. But, did we say that? Yeah, we said that. Yeah, but just imagine. I mean, you got the Blue Jackets won, and you got Montreal and Chicago up there in the top 5 in the lottery. You really think the Blue Jackets will win that lottery? Come on. It ain't my first rodeo. But just, they get an amazing talent like that. It's like they're still struggling defensively. But who cares? I think it's one of those things. Then at that point, you hope you can bring over, you sign a defenseman, hope you can bring somebody over. Because you think you got a guy like that for 15 years, you'd say, playing, peak, I don't want to say peak time, but, top line minutes for sure. You'd say, 33, 34, even possibly longer than that. You got to be able to find a defenseman at that point, I think. But you got to get to that point offensively. And part of that offense is the defense getting the puck up, though. So, a little bit of a team sport there, if I'm not mistaken. Blue Jackets going to miss playoffs. So clearly, Cale Makar not going to get the job done for these Blue Jackets and helping them out. We see LA in there. We see Edmonton in there. Makar had 63 points to the Blue Jackets, 18 goals. Yeah, pretty solid season for Makar. Stayed in 94. He had that 96 passing, 97 puck control. His stats actually improved. As if he wasn't good enough, the passing and puck control appeared to have went up. Did they? Or was it 96, 95? I can never remember now. We made 30 of these suckers. I can't remember if it was 96, 97, or 95, 96. Nonetheless, take a look at the entire league here. See what Makar did for some of these other teams. Again, I would like to think the Edmonton ones, like, how does that guy not drop 85 points? 103 for Marchand, 103 for Pasternak. Maybe he did really good for Boston. Who am I kidding? Nah, it was the Rangers. The best pass, Makar had a plus 42. And 88 points for the New York Rangers. McDavid, 87. See, I was wondering this too. The sim engine's a couple years old. EA hasn't really updated the sim engine in a few years. And as most of us know, the scoring in the NHL has really gone up the last couple of years. But you don't really see that, shown in the game. I mean, I know there's a setting for it, but it should be, obviously, the default setting. If by default teams are scoring, there's a lot of guys 100 points plus. So we're not seeing that, which ain't a big deal. But I think that matters for guys like McDavid and Draisaitl who just consistently do it. And you say, okay, with Makar's playing with them, he's going to see his points go up. So that's the only reason we really bring it up. Otherwise, it's not too big of a deal. But Makar, 88, 77 for the Blackhawks. Adam Fox had 74. Makar for the Ottawa Senators, 73 and a plus 8. Anaheim, 71. Buffalo, 71. Toronto, 71. Dallas, 70. So, with the exception of what was it, the Rangers? I'd say with the exception of the Rangers, we've seen these top 4 or 5 teams where Makar really had a chance to just go out there and take control of the game. It wasn't really an offense ran through somebody else. I mean, yeah, you could say Patrick Kane a little bit over there in Chicago, but really, it was a chance where he could take the point, make the plays, open things up, where he had more control of the offense, where he really went out there and played well. It's not taking a shot at those teams or anything, but we did see that a little bit there. Carolina's Makar at 70. Minus 21 for Arizona's Cale Makar. That ain't bad. That's decent. Is that the worst one? Minus 21. We had a minus 10 out of Minnesota's Cale Makar. Washington struggled. 4 goals, 61 assists. Looks like the lowest goal scoring Makar we had there. Only 4 goals. I guess when you have Ovechkin out there on the right side, he eats into your goal production and your shots just a little bit there when you have the best goal scorer on the planet out there. Understandably so. Blue Jackets had just missed playoffs. They just had 5 points. You had the Hurricanes, Capitals, Rangers, and New York Islanders making it out of the Metro. Out of the Western Conference, we cheated. We're going to go to the Pacific. We had Edmonton, 102. Vegas, 97. Vancouver, 93. LA just squeaking in there, and I think that defense really made a difference. 2.73. The offense still struggled. Again, we brought it up. When Makar had a chance to be the front man of an offense, the production obviously went up a little bit there. 2.99 for the Oilers. 2.70 goals against. So that'll be an interesting team to follow there, I think. As far as the Central is concerned, Dallas makes it, Chicago makes it, and Colorado, even without gaining a player, proving just how good this team is. Even when everybody else gains a Cale Makar, they're still making playoffs. Minnesota's got to miss. Nashville, St. Louis, Arizona, Winnipeg. Surprising there. Boston's going to win it all for the Atlantic. I shouldn't say win it all, 100 points. 97 for the Leafs. 96 for the Lightning. And again, the Ottawa Senators had a great season. They just snuck right on in there with 94 points. The goals against is still 3.1, but they put up 3.26 goals per game. That's incredible. Good for the Ottawa Senators. Good for Cale Makar. obviously frontlining that. He had to be. We're not going to get a chance to see these standings or playoff matchup, it looks like. We're going to go round by round, see what happens here. Edmonton's going to broom the LA Kings in the first round. It looks like Edmonton, Vancouver, Colorado, and Calgary going to make it out of what appears to be the Pacific or Western. And then we have Rangers and Capitals and Bruins Lightning, both in Game 7s. Interestingly, right? Is that right? Game 7s? Yeah. All right, we got a matchup going here, fellas. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Lightning, Bruins, same story, different day. It's going to be the Capitals and the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup Final. Again, we brought it up. What happened if Edmonton got some defense? We're seeing it. How do you slow this team down if you give them a little bit of defense? You don't. The easy answer is you don't. The Edmonton Oilers are going to walk away with a Stanley Cup, and I'm really just trying to get the pop-up to show up here. It's not. There we go. There we go. So we can see who won the Calder. Now it was, what was it, the Rangers? I think the Rangers, Cale Makar, had the best one of them all here. So I'm guessing he gets the Calder unless they determine this some other direction. Marchand and the Art Ross and Hart again. Okay, that was an amazing season by Boston. Good for them. Makar did get the Norris on the Rangers as expected. But that is going to wrap things up for this video. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, I can love if you consider subscribing, liking the video. You never have to, though. If you guys have any suggestions, I always love hearing those as well in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you next time.